Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Bridgewater's Vikings going up against Wilson Seahawks. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup lined up here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, Peterson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make him more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's 4th and 3. So on 4th down, here's a punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, Wilson. And his first look is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they give this time to the tailback. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them.
You go looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They go play action with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
They start the drive with Peterson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Peterson. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early. That really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Joe McCoy is one of the top defensive tackles in the league. Always a threat to go to the Pro Bowl, especially because of his pass rushing ability.
Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who's that strong, that agile, there's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensive.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Bridgewater. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. Fresh set of downs here.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. Bridgewater. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got time, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. That'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On second down, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
It's fielded at the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings have set up well as they take over in great field position. First and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Bridgewater now on second down. And Rudolph has it left side. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys speed to make plays in the backfield. Similar to that one.
The left side caught by Diggs. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the ball is knocked out. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And on this 1-yard line, it's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Cup of a first down on that 2nd down run, and at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Adrian Peterson was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And he's got it up and through. So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Doug Baldwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Bridgewater going up top. And this one is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Sharif Floyd makes a stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's Fasano. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's the sneak with Wilson. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. He was trying for his tight end, the veteran Anthony Fasano, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Going to look deep for Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Let's go!
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Bridgewater now on second down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Bridgewater again. This is Peterson. No gain on the play there. Second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Let's go. Way 90.
Second down, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Let's go. Tiger. Let's go. Way 90.
They come out here in the eye. Peterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that catch there by Luke Wilson goes for a first down, and he's really developed and come on. Now, remember, Jimmy Graham, who was expected to be the key tight end for Russell Wilson, he was hurt most of 2015. Luke Wilson really jumped his game up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my play list, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Wilson on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on third down, Wilson escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Robinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And an alley to run. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. The left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Peterson alone in the backfield. They'll get the football here. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. One receiver left, 3 to the right. To the air again with Bridgewater. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, 4th down, and Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come out here in the eye. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater surveying the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by the former 1st-rounder, Justin Gilbert. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. This is Thomas Rawls. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
On second down, Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now Wilson on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
14, check. Easy. Hey, check 20.
He's back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Back to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now in desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
Sub